lighting the oil lamp. Senior Professor Chair H.D. Karunaratne, Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo, Dr. Bose Matthew Jose, Principal, Engineering College, representing the team from Ma Athanasius College, Kerala, India. The Rector, all Deans of Faculties and Directors of Institutes of the University of Colombo, Professor Sashika Manoratne, the Director, International Office of the University of Colombo, Mr. K.S. Edward, Registrar of the University of Colombo, Ms. Tanuja Dharmasena, Bursar of the University of Colombo, Dr. Sajita Dishankar and Dr. Mahinda Pushpakumara on behalf of the International Office representatives of the University of Colombo, Mr. Wong Lee, President of International Student Association Postgraduate Chapter, and Ms. Sanidhi Edirisinghe, the President of International Student Association Undergraduate Chapter. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now may I invite the postgraduate international students who will perform the lion dance. Thank you very much indeed. May I now invite Professor Sashika Manoratna, the Director of the International Office of the University of Colombo, to welcome the audience. Thank you very much indeed. May I now invite Professor Sashika Manoratna, the Director of the International Office of the University of Colombo, to welcome the audience. Thank you very much indeed. May I now invite Professor Sashika Manoratna, the Director of the International Office of the University of Colombo, to welcome the audience.
Good evening, everybody.
Thank you very much indeed.
Today we celebrate an important juncture in international relations of the University of Colombo. As the Director of the International Office of the University, it is an honor and also a pride to welcome all of you to this first ever International Students' Day. We at the University of Colombo strive our best to embrace internationalization, which is a timely need and which is the trend and the trajectory the universities are now moving on to. So, in the pursuit of this goal, the university's international office tries our best to raise the bars and also to keep up with the standards and to be on par with world-leading international universities. So we work very closely with many, the university's international office tries our best to raise the bars and also to keep up with the standards and to be on par with world-leading international universities. So we work very closely with many, the university's international office. An authentic international and multicultural environment to be fostered not just within the classrooms, but go beyond that. So I also take the honor to tell you that the University of Colombo in the recent past have been taken many steps with the guidance of our Vice Chancellor to really enhance the service, the quality of the service we render to the international students as well as international scholars. So in these endeavors, the International Office is not alone. So with the Vice Chancellor's guidance, now I have been supported with a team of faculty representatives and also many other volunteers to help and to assist to reinforce that support in order to upscale the level of service that we provide to our international students. Not only that, through this through this team that I work closely with, we meet regularly and we want to keep an ongoing dialogue to see the needs of the international students as well as the international scholars that we get in touch with. We also have developed an internationalization policy, which is again a new initiative of the university. This will help us to formalize the international process that we engage in. And not only that, so we plan to come up with a newsletter, maybe a quarterly newsletter, which will give you a golden opportunity to show your skills, to showcase your talents, like the wonderful talents that we saw that is organized by our Postgraduate International Association chapter. So against this background, we also have this International Students' Day as a new addition. So this is the first ever International Students' Day we organize, and we want to take this beyond this level. So next time, maybe we can make it more meaningful, and also we will expect your participation than now. So we really want you to get in touch with us and help us to really provide a good service to all of you. So in this background, I take this opportunity to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor, Chair H.D. Karunaratne, who graced this occasion and who has always been a pillar of support, an enormous support in making all these endeavors a reality. And also, I would like to gratefully thank all the deans and the directors who are with us today, who have been here to witness this occasion. So thank you, sir, for being here with us. And not only that, as I told you earlier, so I am now reinforced with a very vibrant team who's around us, reporting and updating the international affairs from their respective faculties as well as their respective institutes. So I welcome all the International Office faculty representatives, institute representatives who have gathered around us. Not only that, so I also would like to warmly welcome all the directors of many units and centers that are there in the university. And also, I would like to welcome the registrar. Registrar said he will be running late, but he will be joining the session. And also all the administrative officers from the legal side. We have the student welfare. We closely work with the maintenance division. So this is not a lonely journey. So we get a lot of support from all these staff members and our colleagues to live up to the expected level. So last but not least, I have to give a very warm welcome to all our international students, from reverends to all international students from many faculties, from the Faculty of Arts, from the Faculty of Management and Finance, and also from the Faculty of Medicine. So who have gathered here, who have been here with us to enjoy this International Students' Day. This is your day. So we hope that you will be inspired from what we do today, and will take it as a lesson and also share these experiences among everyone. So we also have our alumni joining us online, virtually, at this moment. I also have to thank you that the suggestion came through the alumni, Mr. Boniface, to initiate an International Student Association. So with the help of our Vice Chancellor and with the guidance of our Vice Chancellor, we have now created 3 separate chapters for undergraduates, for postgraduates, as well as for the alumni, international students, which creates a good channel of communication. We know when we invite diversity, right, vibrant environment in the university, there can be communicational gaps and also misunderstandings, language barriers. So I think establishing student associations like this will be a good channel of communication to mitigate or maybe to overcome those barriers. So with all these good hopes, I would like to warmly welcome all of you, and also my International Office team and also the Vice Chancellor's Office team to being here with us, and also the NO Network Operating Center, FOS Media students, Dancing Circle students who have gathered around us, giving us a helping hand to make this a reality. So while again warmly welcoming all of you, I would like to invite you to enjoy the rest of our session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. And now to address the audience, may I invite Senior Professor Chair H.D. Karunaratne, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo.
Venerable Mahasangha, all deans, directors, distinguished invitees, Director of the International Office, President of International Student Alumni Association, and President of Postgraduate International Student Association, and the undergraduate chapter of the International Student Association, all other distinguished members, dear students, learning partners who came from various countries. I was excited today to hear that in the University of Colombo we have 223 foreign students today. It's a great opportunity, and we create more and more. Our task is to provide more opportunities for international students in University of Colombo. We know the meaning of university. The universe is not limited to the local student or regional students. It is global. So therefore we expect many foreign students to reach our university in future. All the barriers we are gradually taking out, and we would love to invite more students in future. We know that we need to do more towards the different languages, different culture, and your welfare improvement in the University of Colombo. For that, of course, we have been taking many steps, and we are networking with various universities and even high commissioners, ambassadors, and some other institutions to provide a better facilities for students coming to the University of Colombo. I think the largest number of students have come from the People's Republic of China. We know that the Sri Lanka and China are very good friends, have been associated well in the history. China has helped Sri Lanka in various difficult situations. We had to fight 30 years war. During the war period, China was the standing nation to help the Sri Lanka all the time, despite many criticisms in the West. So we love China. We always appreciate the country, the China. As well as we have our sister country that we know, Bhutan. There are many students from Bhutan, and historically from the University of Colombo, particularly Faculty of Medicine had this tradition, the receiving students from Bhutan to Sri Lanka, and both countries are culturally almost same countries, and we love Bhutan. I think we can have a better exchange, collaborations, cooperations, networking with Bhutan also in future. Not only that, we have students from African countries, several PhDs offered for, I think, several African countries. Now they are back and they are teaching in African universities as alumni. I can remember in the Faculty of Graduate Studies, there were African students who are doing PhD, and Department of Economics who have done PhD. And of course, the Vietnam students were with us, and of course, even Maldives And today there is an Indian delegation with us, some institutes. So we love to thank you and we express our sincere gratitude to you being with us. And the most difficult period Sri Lanka is going on in terms of economic crisis and bunch of economic crisis, the crises we have been facing. So in this situation, your visit to Sri Lanka, when you are coming to Sri Lanka, it's a great opportunity and great help for the University of Colombo as well. So we need to have collaborations, cooperations. Particularly we know that 21st century is a networking century, that without networking we cannot face the problems we are getting today. So there are various issues we are getting. All the issues we can overcome if we network, if we collaborate, cooperate, and initiate sharing activities and sharing our work. So I think in this line, during the last year, we have signed more than 250 MOUs with universities, institutions, and various organizations to have network and to create more opportunity for all the partners. So in this regard, future, very recently I can remember we signed agreements with Chengdu University, and we discuss agreements with the Beijing University and some other Chinese universities also, and some Chinese organizations as well. So we love to share our thoughts with them, and they love to visit Sri Lanka. So this is kind of a very good moment. We all have to capitalize the advantage of networking like this. So in this regard, maybe one day you will visit Sri Lanka as ambassador to Sri Lanka, or maybe as a businessman to Sri Lanka, or various ways you have opportunities to come to Sri Lanka. And while you are in Colombo, please have network as much as possible, interact with our students and interact with the Sri Lankan community, because our experience in other countries that when you interact more with the local communities, that your sustainable relations are created. I have been 12 years in Japan, several cities. So with my experience, I think I am asking you to go for more collaborations with Sri Lankans. So there are many friends in Japan for me because I was there 12 years. I know that most of the deans and all other our academia, they have been in foreign countries for longer period and interaction with the foreigners and create more network with them. So it is the most influence thing we can do in future. So be cultural ambassadors to both countries and continue your internationalization. The University of Colombo is trying to have more and more internationalization, connect to the world, go with particularly not only for the East, the West. Historically, we were looking only the West. Now, of course, the East is coming up, and particularly South Asia is the vibrant region in the world. So people are seeking that the largest population region in the world. So we know that the highest economic growth also recorded in South Asia. So the South Asia are going to be a growth pole in future. So therefore, you have more opportunities in South Asia because the West period has gone and East almost reached the close to the saturation. So the South Asia is the most vibrant period going to be. And with the initiation of Chinese government, the one belt, one route system is going on. With that, we know OBOR. According to that, China will connect it to the West via our old Silk Route. So accordingly, all links in future the huge infrastructure development, and the East is proposing the largest, the bank even going more than the World Bank, and the second none to the other bank. So, and there are currency groups creating in future. So the world is becoming more diverse societies. So therefore, East and particularly South Asia can capitalize in future the advantages of all this. So therefore, our linkages, our network will benefit for all of us. Therefore, I hope that you will get maximum benefit from the University of Colombo while you are in the University of Colombo. Various courses you are following. I think the largest number is in the MA in Financial Economics group, and there are EMBA students, there are medical students, there are some other students. The University of Colombo offers more than 425 courses. More than 425 courses we offer. So therefore, in future, you can, of course, see how our expansion, as a result, we need to accommodate more and more foreign students in future. So we are going to do that. Please be with us, share your experience with us, and when you need assistance from the University of Colombo, please tell us what we can do. I especially thank for the deans who are always trying to get more and more foreign students, doing various activities, bringing me MOUs and arguing with me, why you are not signing. I can see that some deans, and not only deans, even coordinators who are very much enthusiastic to say that there are students coming on that day, this day, even some, if you have any visa issues, I don't think that you have any visa issue. I think Professor Sashika Manoratna is looking after you very well. So our international office is working towards all the connections with the Sri Lankan institutions. When you need such kind of requirements, please let us know. And we would like to link you to the Sri Lankan industry also. We are thinking to organize some industrial visits in future. And not only that, we can organize multi-national food festivals, cultural activities, many things we can do in future. The starting day is this International Student Day. This is the first time we started International Student Day in the University of Colombo. I hope by meaning of it, next year we will do entire day as International Day, incorporating sports and other activities also for that day, and some other activities we will propose. Gradually shall we move forward. I hope that you all will enjoy while you are in the University of Colombo, not only academic progress, but also the connections, and your happiness is the matter for us. So therefore, take the maximum advantage from the University of Colombo. Thank you very much for visiting coming to the University of Colombo. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And now may I invite Ms. Sanidhi Edirisinghe, the President of International Student Association Undergraduate Chapter, to address the audience.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, and fellow international students, today as we come together to celebrate International Students' Day, I'm truly honored to stand before you as the very first president of the Undergraduate International Students Association of the University of Colombo. Our journey as international students has been filled with unique challenges and successes as we navigate through the academic and social life in this new environment. Among us, we have a diverse mix of students from various countries, each adding their own color to our community. Let's use this platform not just to embrace our diversity, but also to acknowledge the dreams we all share. Through teamwork, conversations, and respect for one another, we can get through any obstacle that comes our way. Together, we can create a vibrant, cross-cultural exchange, encourage open discussions, and work towards a better future. Our collective efforts can leave a lasting impact not only in the University of Colombo, but also beyond these walls. So let's make International Students' Day more than just a celebration. Let it remind us of our responsibilities and the amazing potential we have as global citizens to cater to the local community and bring the Sri Lankan name to the outside world. Thank you all, and let's continue moving forward with friendship, kindness, and unwavering determination. Happy International Students' Day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now may I invite the Dancing Circle of the University of Colombo on stage for their cultural dance.
රජුවෙනි
නිර්තය රස අමාවෙනි
භේරි ഘോഷා කුමක් වැනි මෙතුන දනිතොත් රස අමාවෙනි
Uh, Thank you very much, and I think we should give them another round of applause with all the difficulties they managed to perform their dance. And now, let's move on. May I invite Mr. Boniface Niamwea, President of the International Student Association Alumni Chapter, to address the audience who will be joining us virtually.
You, the Senior Professor Ratne, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Colombo, the Director of International Office, Professor Sashika Manoratne, the deans and directors of the various institutes of the University of Colombo, as well as the staff who are present here today. The President of International Students Association and a graduate chapter, Ms. Sanidi, as well as the President of International Students Association Postgraduate Chapter, Mr. Wang Li, and students, international students who are here, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon or good evening to you all. It gives me a who has been through the University of Colombo education. And when we formed the International Students Alumni Chapter during our launch a few months ago, we had the idea of having an alumni association that will promote close ties with the University of Colombo together with the alumni. And this is for the mutual benefits of both the university and the alumni who are distributed and all over the world. And apart from that, to encourage the alumni and the international students, as well as the university community, the international students who join the University of Colombo or who intend to join the University of Colombo. And I'm speaking here about institutional memory because, as we all know, University of Colombo is a top university, not only in Sri Lanka, but in the Southeast Asia region and the whole Asian. And it's one of the universities that many international students desire to join. Yes, we have a lot of Bhutanese students, a lot of Chinese students, a few African students. I'm one of the former African students. And so I would really like to encourage us all to paint a good image of the university out there. We, as the alumni, we have made a commitment to ensure that we create a good image and popularize the university in our various countries internationally. I appreciate what Professor Sashika mentioned in her remarks about the internationalization policy, which you have introduced, and I really want to applaud you for introducing that. It is very timely to have internationalization within the university and across other places, and that is what we intend to support as the alumni, together with the support also of the university administration and other partners. What I would really like to say here is that when we started the International Students Association, like I mentioned last time, we had the intention of ensuring that we foster cultural and educational exchange and integration within the university international students, as well as with the local students. And I appreciate the fact that the University of Colombo, and this is, I had the Chair, Professor Kanuratne, mentioning the good cooperation that we have with other nations. Japan, which you were there for 12 years. China is a good partner of Sri Lanka. We will propose, if there will be a way, to ensure that there is this educational exchange where, for example, we talk about internships, students, probably local students as well as international students, can go to these other countries like Japan, like China, to have more exposure during the internships and more practical experience for a few months or so that that can be able to increase not only internationalization, international cooperation and integration, but also increase their skills and furnish them further for the industry. So that is what we will really like to propose to you to consider. If we can have that educational integration, more robust integration and exchange, as well as cultural exchange. I appreciate the performance that we've seen here today. It's really very exciting and amazing. If in the next maybe International Students Day we can have more robust, more engaging, like the Vice Chancellor mentioned, maybe a whole day where we can have to showcase various countries, various students from various countries showcasing their cultures, then I think we will be well on our way to improve our cultural exchange and integration. Otherwise, I really want to thank you, all of you, for attending this event and for the organizers. And I look forward to the next International Students Day, which I hope will be more engaging, more robust, and will be having more visitors joining us, so that we can improve this. Thank you very much for listening to me, and Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now may I invite Mr. Wong Lee, President of International Student Association Postgraduate Chapter, to address the audience.
Dear Vice Chancellor, all the deans of faculties, directors, professors and doctors, and all the students, good evening. Before we proceed, I would like to express our apologies of our ambassador and the consular as the China government offered the scholarship for the 40 Sri Lankan students. So the local governor invite the ambassador and the consular to join the reward ceremony so that they could not catch today's gathering day. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our Vice Chancellor. I have been studying in University of Kuala Lumpur for the last 5 years, and I witnessed how hard work he has done for the university as we also travel several times together. It is you to put the new energy to the century-old university. It is you to change the university to the new page. I would like to appreciate the Dean, Professor Damodasa, which I keep in my mind for a long time. It is you to overcome many difficulties and decide to form the unique EMBA program for the Chinese nations. It is a small step in the faculty, but it is a milestone of innovation of University of Kuala Lumpur, and it will be recorded in the history of university. I would like to thank art faculty also to accept today so many Chinese students to get advanced education to increase their abilities and future careers in the coming future. As we all aware, the education communication between China and Sri Lanka is unlimited. Education is a transformation power to break the barriers, bridge the gaps, and bring all the peoples with different background together. So our association will provide a platform which to meet the different perspective and making the university a hub of cross-culture dialogue and collaboration. I also want to request all of the students sitting here today not only contribute your intelligent and your academic work to the university, but also your colorful culture to the university to make the University of Kuala Lumpur more diversity. And when you go back to your own country, not only in China, but Africa, Bhutan, and other countries, and you introduce Sri Lanka culture there, and then you become the bridge of culture communication between the two countries. Sometimes I think your contribution to the friendship and the nature of the people sometimes is more important than the work of an ambassador. So there are some moments in our life deserve to be cherished and remembered. And I believe you will remember all the time you study in the University of Kuala Lumpur as you are leaving after the 2 weeks' time. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank all the professors and doctors and the staff of University of Kuala Lumpur. And suddenly in my mind, there's a long list. In my mind, I couldn't excuse me to mention the name individually. Without your support, we cannot complete our academic journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now may I invite Dr. Sajita Deshankar, International Office Faculty Representative, for the closing remarks.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratne, the Deans and Directors of Faculties and Institutes of University of Colombo, Registrar of University of Colombo and other administrative officers, Director of the International Office of University of Colombo, other faculty representatives, academics, most importantly, international students. So I'm really privileged and honored to propose the vote of thanks at this moment, because as Vice Chancellor mentioned, this is a historical day of University of Colombo. So we are celebrating the first ever International Day of University of Colombo. Actually, while I was here watching these, the initial performance of the international students, my memory went back to the period of 2012 and 2015, the period I was in Japan. So where I participated in various international activities organized by the university representing Sri Lanka. So like our Vice Chancellor said, this is just a beginning. I think we can have many more things in the future, different activities we can organize, maybe food festivals, cultural days, cultural shows, different things. So therefore, this is just to remark the beginning of these international collaborations and international relations of University of Colombo. So as per the duty, I think it's my duty to propose the vote of thanks and to acknowledge the contributors, those who worked really hard to make this event, not only this event, to maintain, to create and maintain these international relations and international networking of University of Colombo. First, I would like to thank the initiator and the advisor of this whole process, our own Vice Chancellor, Senior Professor H.D. Karunaratne. So thank you very much for initiating this kind of activities, these international collaborations and networking, and advising throughout the process. And also the deans of faculties and directors of institutes. Thank you very much for your, not just the participation again, for taking care of our international students. So you're always there behind them, we know it very well. So thank you very much for being with them and for being with us. And the administration of University of Colombo, our registrar, Mr. K.S. Edward, the Bursa, and other administrative officers. Thank you very much for your extended support to our international students and our International Day. Next, I would like to thank the caretaker of you all, the Director of International Office of University of Colombo, Professor Sashika Manoratne. I think she has taken all the burden of you all. True, it's true, we all are representing different faculties, but to be honest, she's sometimes I feel like a mother to you all. So thank you very much, Professor Sashika, playing this wonderful role. Yes, of course, please give her a big round of applause. Thank you very much. And also I would like to thank, I think today an Indian delegation joined with us from Ma Athanasius College, Kerala, India. Thank you very much for being with us today. Further, I would like to thank all the faculty and institute representatives of International Office of University of Colombo. Throughout, you have contributed a lot in terms of your ideas, in terms of your energy, time. So you have contributed and to make this event and also the international relations of University of Colombo a success. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to thank all the 3 chapters of International Student Associations, the undergraduate chapter, the postgraduate chapter, and the alumni, the presidents, the executive committees, and the participants. Thank you very much for being with us today and making this event a glamorous one. Then I would like to thank all the supporters, especially the FOS Media, the Faculty of Science Media Unit, the Dancing Circle of University of Colombo, and the Network Operating Center of University of Colombo for all the infrastructural support and facilitations. Thank you very much. Last, not but least, the participants. So thank you very much for joining with us today. And really we enjoyed actually the first activity, the nice dance presented by our Chinese participants. I think it was really mesmerizing thing. So thank you very much, and I hope in the future you will engage in many more activities. So again, I'm emphasizing this is just a beginning. More to come. So therefore, please get ready to contribute and strengthen these partnerships, the relationships, and these collaborations with the University of Colombo in the future. The Vice Chancellor, as Vice Chancellor sir mentioned, we all are there with you, and we are ready to extend our supporting hand to you, and please be there with us throughout. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. And now may I invite the undergraduate Bhutani students to perform their dance. Thank you very much. And with that, we conclude today's proceedings. May I invite all to join for refreshments which will be served outside the auditorium. Thank you very much and have a pleasant evening.
等一会儿啊，跟校长一起合个影。We will take a photo together. Sorry.